Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about matrix chain multiplication. Let's uh, take a look at a sample question. Suppose we have a question where we need to solve the matrix chain multiplication for this particular sequence 8, 5, 3, 12 and 7. So what does this mean? What this means is that we have four matrices that we need to multiply. So first of all, what do? We just apply the naming scheme of P0, P1, P2, P3 and P4 and map them with the numbers 8, 5, 3, 12 and 7 respectively. Okay, then we figure out the number of matrix. As we can see, there are four matrix with the following dimensions: 8 by 5, 5 by 3, 3 by 12 and 12 by 7. After that, we know that there are four matrices with particular dimensions. So what do we need to do? We need to create an M table. There is a table that calculates the number of multiplications, minimum number of multiplications, right? So it's a 4 by 4 table with 4 rows and 4 columns, and we fill it diagonally with 0. Why do we fill it with 0 diagonally? Because a1 and a1 will not multiply because of the dimension, and so on. Other than that, the lower portion of the diagonal zeros will not be filled. Why? Because the lower portion cannot multiply. For example, a2 multiplied by a1, can it multiply? No, because a2 is 5 by 3 and a1 is 8 by 5, and it does not follow the matrix multiplication rule where the column of the first matrix will be equal to the row of the second matrix. Hence, we cannot calculate that. So this column will only be filled on the top right corner of the zeros. This table will only be filled on the top right corner of the zeros. So this is what we will be doing, filling it up using the dynamic programming paradigm. And what does dynamic programming paradigm tell you? To break it up into small parts so that you don't recalculate a particular value, you just use the already calculated value. So in order to multiply these four, what do? We start from the simplest combination, that is the combination of two matrices, a1 into a2. So when we multiply a1 and a2, we know that the dimension is 8 by 5 multiplied by 5 by 3. So if we take 5 as common, we can get the total number of multiplications required when we multiply a1 and a2, that is 8 into 5 into 3. That is equal to 120. Now one can argue, how do we do that? Well, if you want to verify that, you can just simply expand the matrix multiplication and calculate the total number of multiplication. It will come to 120. Okay, then a2 and a3 will be multiplied. This is the similar pattern: 5 into 3 multiplied by 3 into 12. 3 becomes common, and 5 into 3 into 12 are the total number of multiplications required. And as you can see on the right hand side, we are filling the table accordingly with the total number of multiplications. Hence we are creating the M table. We are filling up the M table. Similarly, a3 into a4, we get the total number of multiplications as 252. After all of these multiplication calculations are done with the pair of 2, what next? We go to the combination of 3, a1, a2 and a3. So a1, a2 and a3 can be multiplied in two possible combinations: a1 into a2, the resultant, multiplied by a3, or a1 multiplied by the resultant of a2 and a3. Let's check them both out. First one, a1 multiplied by a2, the resultant multiplied by a3. So we have already calculated a1 multiplied by a2 and placed the number of multiplications in our M table, which is m1 comma 2, which is 120, and a3 we can take from the table. The number of multiplications is 0. Now comes the important part: p0, p2, p3. How did that come? We know and we can see that we have signified 8, 5, 3, 12 and 7 with p0, p1, p2, p3 and p4 respectively. So p1, p0, p2, p3, how did that come over here? To understand that, let's just figure this out. a1 into a2, the dimension of a1 is 8 by 5, the dimension of a2 is 5 by 3. What will be the dimension of the resultant matrix? It will be 8 by 3. So 8 by 3 multiplied by a3. What is a3? Dimension of a3 is 3 by 12. So 8 by 3 multiplied by 3 by 12. It will be 8 into 3 into 12. So 8 is P naught, 3 is P2, 12 is P3. So that is how we got P naught, P2 and P3, and our multiply them, add them, and we get the value 408. And the second possible combination, A1 multiplied by the product of A2 and A3. A1, we take it from the M table, number of multiplications is 0, and A2 into A3 we have already solved the number of multiplications. We take it from the table M2, 3, which is 180. Again P0, P1 and P3. So A1, the dimension of A1 is 8 by 5, and when we multiply A2 and A3, it is 5 by 3 multiplied by 3 by 12. So the resultant would be 5 by 12. So 8 is P0, 5 is P1 and 12 is P3. 8 into 5 into 12. 12 is P3. So 8 into 5 into 12, that is 660. So out of these two possible combinations, which combination has the lowest number of multiplications? The first one. So we place the first one in our M table and fill it up. Now the second combination of the three, A2, A3 and A4. Again, it has two possibilities. First one, we multiply A2 and A3, and the resultant we multiply with A4. So A2 and A3, we can find out from our M table the number of multiplications, M2, 3, which is 180, A4, M4, 4, which is 0. And then how do we get P1, P3 and P4? A2 multiplied by A3 is 5 by 3 multiplied by 3 by 12. The resultant would be 5 by 12. And similarly A4 is 12 by 7. 5 by 12 into 12 by 7, which will be 5 into 12 into 7, to find out the total number of multiplications. So it is P1, P3 and P4. We multiply the product, add them all up, we get 600. Total number of multiplications. The second combination, A2 multiplied the product of A3 and A4. A2 we already found out from the M table is 0. A3 and A4 we have already solved the total number of multiplications. The minimum number of multiplications from the M table we get that is 252. Now P1, P2, P4. Again A2 is 5 by 3, A3 is 3 by 12, A4 is 12 by 7. So A3 into A4 is 3 multiplied by 12 multiplied by 12 multiplied by 7. So the resultant matrix would be 3 by 7. So now 5 into 3 multiplied by 3 into 7. Total number of multiplications would be 5 into 3 into 7. So we get the answer 357. Okay. So which is the minimum of the two? 357. We place that in our M table. Finally, we have started with taking combinations of 2, then combinations of 3, and now finally we can take the whole 4 matrices multiplication. So how do we multiply them? There are 3 possible combinations. First one, we multiply them A1 into A2 to multiply the product with A2 into A3. So if we solve it with that manner, we already have the value of M from the M table of A1 into A2, that is M12, which is 120. A3 into A4, we already have the number of multiplications, M34, we can get that is 252. Now comes P0, P2 and P4. Again, it is quite simple. 8 into 5 multiplied by 5 into 3, the resultant matrix is 8 into 3. Okay. Similarly, 3 into 12 plus 12 into 7, the resultant matrix is 3 by 7. So 8 into 5 multiplied by 8 into 3 multiplied by 3 into 7 is equal to total number of multiplications are 8 into 3 into 7, which is P0, P2 and P4. So we get 540 number of multiplications. Second combination, A1 into A2 into A3, the product of that multiplied by A4. So A1 into A2 into A3, we already solved that. We have the table, we have the number of multiplication in the table, that is M1, 3 plus M4, 4, which is 0, and P0, P3 and P4. So A4, the dimension of A4 is 12 by 7. So what should be the dimension of the product of A1 into A2 into A3? It should be 8 into 12. Okay, it should be 8 into 12. So 8 into 12 into 7, The number of multiplications are 8 by 12 into 7. We multiply them, add 408 into it, we get 1080 number of multiplications. Then we have A1 into the product of A2, A3 and A4. So we follow the same scheme. We get the value M1, 1 from the M table, and we get the value M2, 4 from the M table. Then we have P0, P1 and P4. A1, the dimension of A1 is 8 by 5, and the resultant of A3, A4, A2, A3 and A4 is 5 by 7. So 8 by 5 into 5 by 7, we get 8 into 5 into 7 total number of multiplications, that is P0, E1 and P4. So we add that into 357 and we get the value 637. So finally we know the lowest value of total number of multiplications is 540. We place that in the table, and by this we have figured it out that the minimum multiplications required in matrix chain multiplication for these four given matrices is 540 multiplication. Thank you very much. I hope you like it. Kindly subscribe my channel and click on the like button. Thank you.